Happy Thursday! It's another lesson. Today we are multiplying with dollars and cents, so we're adding those fancy things called decimals. So, decimals again, they are not to freak you out. It is just a little dot with numbers that you don't really have to worry about. Remember, you just have to make sure it goes in the right spot at the end. So we will go over that. Don't stress about the decimals right now. I promise you that you will be a pro by the time we're done with this. Alright, so let's get started on page 535. And on page 535, at the top, there's a little blurb by new concept. I'm going to read there and start with example 1. Here we go. In lesson 92, we learned how to multiply 3-digit numbers. We multiply dollars and cents the same way. So after multiplying, we must remember to write the dollar sign and put the decimal point in the product. So that's exactly what I said. You just got to make sure that you put the decimal point in the right spot, but it's exactly the same way that we did multiplying 3-digit numbers. So do not stress about this. Let's take it one step at a time. So, example 1. Sergio bought 3 tickets to the movies for $7.75 each. So we have Sergio, $7.75 times 3. So let's go to the basics. We know that every number has to be multiplied by this number 3 right here. But something that is so important when we are multiplying is remembering place value. So way, if you can remember back in the beginning of the year, we talked about place value. And in place value, if you remember, we had the HTO chart, and we made sure that we lined up all of our things so nice and neat together. So this little decimal point actually shows us that everything before it, meaning this way, is the regular HTO chart that we have, and everything after it is a different type of place value. So for right now, though, I don't want you to think about it like that, but I do want you to remember that this 7 is actually in the ones place. So for right now, though, let's just erase that and just worry about the question at hand. So for starters, like I said, we just have to remember that this 3 has to be multiplied by every single number that we have on the screen. So don't worry about that decimal yet. We'll come back to there. Okay, so 5 times 3 is 15. Put down the 5, carry the 1. 7 times 3 is 21, plus 1 is 22. And then we have 7 times 3 again, plus 2 is 23. Okay, now, you got the number 23 on this divided line. I'm going to make it green so you see it. Okay? You didn't get 23 on the other side of that line, but you got it after the line. So for that reason, that decimal point is going to go right down this green line. Then you're going to do the dollar sign and call it a day. So, just to reiterate, as long as you keep your math neat and in order, you can make sure that everything on this side of the line is going to be before the decimal, and everything on this side of the line is going to be after that decimal. Let's do one more, and I think that you will understand what I'm saying. Okay, here we go. So this lesson, again, is just multiplying like we did, but we just have to add our little decimal. Example number 2. Gwen put 430 pennies in a jar. Seems like we do a lot of word problems with pennies in a jar. Just saying. She estimated that she would need 6 times as many pennies to fill the jar completely. So we have, oh sorry, I jumped ahead of myself. So we have 430 pennies. She estimated that she would need 6 times as many pennies to fill the jar. So she multiplied $4.30 by 6. So, oops, I just erased that. $4.30 times 6. Here we go. So every number must be multiplied by this 6. And I'm going to put the line here for funsies. Here we go. 0 times 6 is 0, of course. 3 times 6 is 18. Put down the 8, carry the 1. Now we're crossing that line. 4 times 6 is 24. Plus 1 is 25. And remember, I'm going to put the whole 25 on the other side of the line because we're multiplying by this 4, which is on the other side of the line. Then I am not going to forget that decimal point, which I'm going to make green so we can see it. And I'm not going to forget my dollar sign. $25.80. Okay, so go ahead and do the lesson practice on page 536. And if you have any questions, please email me. Please watch this video again. And yeah, I will talk to you soon. Bye.